Please welcome Dr. Tova Rubin.
So here's the big question. How do we get the best out of the people that we work with? And I don't mean the best, I mean their best. Because we all have a best, and it's amazing how everyone around us plays a major role in bringing that out.
I really talk about the power of believing in others. Everyone thinks believe in yourself. The truth is that believing in others is actually even more powerful as a leader.
You don't need to believe in who they are, but who they could be. Because it's actually not about who they are. It's about who you are. You make a choice to believe in them.
You know, it's one thing to understand this as a psychologist, but this really hit home to me when they started handing out diagnoses to my son.
I was about 4 or 5 years old when we realized he wasn't learning to read. He was very disruptive in class. We finally got him tested, and we got all the disses you could possibly want.
Dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, what's math one, right? Attention deficit disorder. And I was like, all that dissing of my son, I don't know that I like that.
And then around middle school, I actually had an epiphany.
It would hit me like lightning, like all of my molecules, you know that feeling? It was like, I gotta believe in him.
How could he believe in himself and believe he's gonna be a success if I don't even believe it? And we put all our energy into those things that play to his strengths. But it's really what I thought and what I decided. I decided to believe in him. I decided that he will be a success, because if I want him to believe it, I better really believe it.
What I've learned through all this, I just couldn't keep it to myself, because I see it over and over again. When a salesperson believes that their prospect will buy, when a leader believes in their employee, when an organization fosters a culture and a habit of believing in each other, watch out. So here's the cycle of belief. Our belief about others impacts our actions towards them. And then our actions towards them impact their belief in themselves. And then their belief in themselves impacts their actions towards us. And their actions towards us reinforce our belief in them. And round it goes. And so we have a choice. We have a choice to begin that cycle on a positive note. Because if we don't believe in them, it's the same cycle in the other direction. There are hundreds or thousands of ways that we treat people differently based on our belief about them. So stop trying to fix individual behaviors and focus on the root of the problem. Focus on your belief.
I really enjoyed the talk. I actually have at least 2 people, probably more, in mind that I am actively going to try to implement some of the ideas that I learned today. But then also looking at things in my own life that I can apply so many things that I heard today that I will be thinking about for days, weeks, maybe even longer to come.
So believe in them, not because of who they are, but because of who you are. What would happen if in your organization, everyone started to believe in each other? What would sales conversations look like? If you all were leaving today and I said, who wants $20? Raise your hand if you would want it. Yeah. Now, how many of you would want this $20? Yeah, pretty much everyone. What about now? How many of you would want this $20? Why? Because it's still $20. The inherent value is not diminished with all of that. Well, think of a person worth so much more than paper. The inherent value of a soul is always there, and it is not diminished. You know, sometimes people come to you wrinkled and stomped on and gritty, and it's your job to see the inherent value of each of those people. And if you can see that, the first to see that in them, you will get the best out of them, and it will be amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.